Good morning, everybody. This is the 7th of April, 2023. If I almost said 2022. But it's Sunday morning, about 9:30. So everything's very quiet. This is my neighborhood, by the way, and it's nice. I'm on a trek of discovery, and you're joining me. So this is it. And look at this. Looks like a rock collection here, some sort. I don't know. I guess something decorative. And I don't even know what these buildings are. I can't read Russian so well. I could probably sound this out over here, but maybe get a couple words. Something with car anyway, but you know, you got better things to do than have me sit here and sound it all out in Russian. So I don't know. What is this? Some building over here too. Looks like it's part of the Minsk Autozavod. You know, building these tractors and buses and things like that. I heard that Russia was going to be buying this factory, but I don't know. Look at this. Nothing's going on. This is great. I don't know if I mentioned it. It's 9:30 in the morning. It's not so early. Sun in my face, in my eyes. It's a nice building here up here. Well, as you know, I talk news, but it's also to show you Belarus. I hope a lot of you appreciate it. So. And I don't have that much news today. You know, we all know about the drone strike, which to me was not really any attempt to assassinate Putin, like some people are saying, because apparently there wasn't enough explosives on these two drones, and they shot them down, and it looked like some kind of fireworks or something. I don't know. I think it was probably just some sort of an attempt to maybe just let Russia know that, hey, look at, we're badasses. But you never know. I don't know. It might have even. I tell you what. I don't even know for sure if this was Ukraine involved. The government is what I mean, and the United States, because. Apparently these drones were not that big either. Obviously they were launched somewhere from within Russia. So probably nearby. Look, they even jog here. I'll tell you what, that's going to be me very soon. I gotta wash clothes. Like I said, we just moved to Minsk. I don't think I even mentioned that, did I? I don't know what this building is. Look at this. Like I say, this is all fascinating to me. Look at how clean the streets are here, by the way. Look at how clean everything is. Welcome to Belarus. Compare that to Philadelphia or some other places. Yeah. Anyway. But no, I don't think this is of course this drone attack was nothing to be afraid of. Like I said, it might have just been a message, or it might have just been some hobbyists. Somebody was talking about this one guy back in the 1980s that landed his plane, Matthias something or other, some German guy. He flew his plane and landed it adjacent to Red Square. His plane, I guess, probably leaving from Germany, flew it all the way there. And of course that was very shocking. I can't remember who mentioned that. I believe it was Alex Christoforo. So that's something. And a drone is much easier to fly there. But obviously there was some sort of electronic protection system that shot those drones down. It was like, what, 2:30 in the morning or thereabouts. So like I said, I don't find that to be so shocking. And Russia you know, they've mentioned a few things about it. Putin himself hasn't said anything, and nobody's heard that much from Putin lately. And I'll tell you what, that is in and of itself some sort of news. We have all these projections, and I'm sort of thinking that Putin is kind of keeping his mouth shut until they maybe decide on what they're going to do about this, if they're going to do anything at all. I think the best move is not to do anything at all, but the Russian people are kind of ticked off, and they want more action against Ukraine or the US. But then again, who knows who did this? It could have been some hobbyists. I think any kind of action when you don't have any concrete proof is going to be kind of a rash decision. I can't even talk today. It's a little bit cool. My mouth isn't frozen, but it is a bit cool right now. And I don't even know why. These past days been something. Well, at least we have sunshine. Look at this. We have full spring. Look at this. Beautiful tree here. All the leaves coming out, just new, not turned dark green yet. I love trees. Here's some evergreen trees here. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Nobody around. I love this. Very peaceful, very calm. It's a little bit windy, but that's all right. Okay, what else is happening in the news? Bakmut, look at that. Prigozhin from the Wagner organization again was complaining that he doesn't get enough ammunition. He was saying that some days ago, and then right after that he says, well, our guys need a rest, so we'll let the regular Russian military take over for us on May 10th. And then in the meantime, just yesterday, apparently there was some decision, who knows who made that, I guess we'll find out, that the Chechens are going to be taken over, Kadyrov, and it's going to be like a handover. It's going to be done by a certain time, I think midnight or something on the 10th, or whatever, and Chechnya takes over, Kadyrov and his guys. So, well, at least he's not running out cold, you know, cold turkey. But who knows? Prigozhin says that even the very top brass in the military are responsible for his lack of ammunition. But obviously he's getting a lot of ammunition. But maybe he needs a little bit more lately, because as you have heard, he's been saying that the offensive has started, the Ukrainian offensive. So they've actually been intensifying their attacks. Nice perspective here, huh? Not only the attacks in Bakmut have probably increased, and Prigozhin says they're outnumbered 5-1. So for every one Wagner soldier, there's 5 Ukrainian soldiers, which is very interesting. So that means they've probably been sending a lot more troops. And if you also have been following the news, they're increasing the drone strikes all over in Russia. Crimea, I think they've had like it's triple the amount of drone strikes compared to what they had before. Gosh, this is a beautiful neighborhood. Maybe it's well, I haven't been here. Like I said, I'm on a trek of discovery, but I was thinking, wow, it's probably too much hustle and bustle during the regular work days. But boy, this is going to be nice to take walks here. This is really a nice place. Look at this. I tell you, like somebody wrote to me and they said, "You're lucky. I wish we could be in Belarus." There was some somebody making comments. As you know, you're hearing a lot of people. Gonzalo Lira, he just had mentioned a few days ago, and of course now, apparently they've taken him. The SBU, the Ukrainian secret police, and Alex Christoforou was saying this time it's a lot different. You know, it's much different than the last time. At least they had, apparently they filmed it. They filmed it coming and arresting him, and I tell you, what does that tell you? I don't really know. I haven't figured out why would they film it. So that's what they do, that sort of thing also in Belarus, you know, when they find some terrorist. Like they filmed it once, and then they had the KGB asking the guy to open up the door, and I think they were going to ask questions or who knows what, and then the guy shot him. They shot point blank one of the agents and killed him, shot him right in the chest. Oh, look at this, in the apartment building. Needs a little renovation on the outside. Still got a runny nose, boy. Boy, I just want to keep on walking. It's just beautiful. Not as much. The place is beautiful, sure, but the lighting is really nice too. Soon they'll cut the grass here. Actually, I like it as it is right now. Well, I'll show you again. I can't say that and then not show you the grass again, can I? It's just perfect. More here. Other news. Well, they took 50 people, apparently, I don't know if they're volunteers, and they put computer chips in their brains. We will put the computer chips in your brain after we've penetrated the cabinets. And Putin was the early young leader, which, oh, he's not that way anymore. He doesn't go along with our regime. Well, he didn't say that. Old Klaus, my buddy, out there at the World Economic Forum. Your buddy too, all of our buddies. The Great Reset. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't know. The Great Reset. Oh, beautiful pigeon. Look at the markings on this boy. Can I follow you? Watch him take off though. Hey, where are you going? Hey, come on back. Hey, come on. He's got wings. Huh. Yes. Anyway, 50 people. 50 people. You would hope that these people did not volunteer to get computer chips put in. That's pretty nasty, people. Pretty nasty. Yes, and what else? What else? What about religion here? A lot of arrests. You know, they're arresting people, which is very strange. Not just, say, in Canada or other places. You know, some of these governments that are really gone overboard, like you know, Trudeau. Look at all the stuff that this guy is doing. You know, gets into people's bank accounts, and you know, if you donate to that trucker movement, they freeze your accounts and things like that. Oh, very nice guy. And like in Germany, they had some film footage. One of the people in this household of these Muslims, I think maybe it was like a mother and a daughter, and they had a child. The child, I believe, it looks like about maybe 6, 7 years old, and the German authorities are taking the child away, and it was because apparently, you know, you can't ever be sure, but apparently it was because they did not. Oh, nice dog, look at this. Sounds like a coyote. But they took the child away because they did not go along with the LGBT sort of a deal. Isn't that incredible? I mean, you can deny, Muhammad and Jesus and Buddha and all of this, and nothing will happen to you. I think some of the worst things that you can do in Germany is if you deny the Holocaust, apparently you can go to prison for life. If you deny, I don't know in what form, you deny it or whatever, and then apparently now, it's a serious crime to reject the LGBT movement. And it's become a religion, obviously. And there's a lot of things now it's becoming a religion. I remember, and I mentioned in one video, that the Rockefeller Foundation, or just the Rockefellers, I don't know if it was part of the Rockefeller Foundation, but they created some sort of another foundation, apparently, the Freedom of Religion. And it turns out that it was all about climate change. Well, back then it was, when they established that was some years ago, they called it global warming, and I think now they realized that that's false, global warming, because some places are getting warmer a little bit here and there, and some places are getting colder. And you remember they were saying that by the year 2013 there will be no more snow and ice existing on Earth anywhere. And then since then we've had some of the coldest winters ever, people freezing to death, lots of ice. Matter of fact, it's even cold today. And as you know, it's just a bunch of fake fake garbage, more like a religion, I guess. Here we go, look at this. A Soviet monument of some sorts. You better make the light. I'll try to get a little bit closer. You can get a better look at it. Well, now it's starting to blink. Oh, I gotta run. An action trek. Oh, 1 second. Not gonna make it, but well, I did make it. Sunday, working on a Sunday right here. Look at this. Looks like these are fountains, but they're not turned on at the moment. I'm just guessing. Like I said, this is a trek of discovery for me as well. Sort of in my neighborhood. There's a big shopping mall right over there. Very nice shopping mall. I don't know if I've ever filmed there. I think I filmed there and I just never put that video up. I'll have to be doing that. One of the things I want to do when I'm in Minsk is, for a lot of people, go into shopping malls and sort of maybe do a little bit of a series of going into shopping malls if I can. This one was mostly I wanted to do travel at the beginning. Then people responded a lot more to the political things. Here, look at May 9th. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. And I'll record. Like I say, today's the 7th, so in 2 days I will be there. Let's see what we have here. I hope I'm allowed to walk on the grass. A lot of time Well, no, that's in Brest. You can't walk on the grass because of all the bloodshed there. Yes, people, it's a little bit disconcerting, you know, in this country when you see how the West disrespects Russia and the Soviet Union, mostly Belarus and Russia, mostly now, because a lot of the Soviet Union, the West has been able to take away and become part of the West, so to speak. And they look now at Russia as being some evil entity, mostly because they defeated the Nazis. And now you see Nazism has come back very, very strong, even if they're not calling it Nazism. Am I allowed to say that word? Nasties. I should have said nasties. Or Nazis. But you look at not just Ukraine. I mean, everybody knows. Well, anybody that is not brainwashed and looks at real news, you know what's going on. You know what the ideology is in Ukraine of a very large percentage of the people. Well, I can't say that either. I'll just say a sizable percentage of the people, and making the rest of the people all go along with it. It's very similar in Poland and in the Baltic states. You know that the people that are in charge of those countries are also having that same ideology, and very similar in the United States, and similar those in charge maybe in Germany. Because why would you support that sort of thing? And you know, if I'm not careful about what I say, for example, if I say the wrong thing, then I go on a kill list, like Mike Jones or Mark Dugan or so many other people that have already lost their lives. What's Dugina? What is her name? Who also worked with John Mark Dugan. A lot of reporters, and they're eliminating a lot of people, and these people, their names are on this kill list. So, and so what kind of a country has a kill list? You know, what kind of ideology do those leaders have that have a kill list? Answer me that. Is that like, oh, we are peaceful and we are friendly, and we don't launch any attacks on anything outside of our own country? Yeah, right. Right about that. And they say they're not involved, but of course they are. Even just by wishing that other people do some heinous acts for their ideology is also not so great. I don't know what this means there. Yeah. I'm sure there's other news. I think I'll just break it off and start walking back home here now. But you see how terrible it looks in Belarus. Everything is run down and everybody is poor. And we're all oppressed and sad here. Like they tell you in the news, that we have an evil dictator. Actually, Lukashenko is quite fantastic if you think about it. This guy, he can keep the moral high ground, be on the right side of history, and nevertheless, we don't have yet any attacks here in this country. At least not yet. Hopefully we won't. Hopefully it won't come down to that, but you know, as you see, the West in general, they're trying to really escalate this, but they want it to look like Russia is the one that does it. As you know, that's what they call a provocation. They want to provoke Russia into doing something to where they have to respond. And anytime they make a provocation, they say, that wasn't us, we're completely innocent. So, anyway, as time goes by, I'll be making a lot more videos here now that I'm finally in Minsk. And I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you have only visited this site for the first time or saw this, you should think about subscribing. Matter of fact, you should subscribe. Why not? Just do it. Subscribe. And then give a like if you have already subscribed. Look at this. It's a green light. But I guess how they do this here, these people have to wait for me. The last video that I uploaded, it was YouTube seemed to have done something to me. I had in like 1.5 hours, I had 235 views, which for me is very viral. So they froze it, and then one of the people wrote, and luckily that came through. At least I got that message. They said that they tried to push like, and YouTube would not register the like, so they couldn't like my video. And I called a few people and I said to watch the video. They did watch it, and it never registered. So they weren't registering how many people were viewing it, and they wouldn't register the likes. So they froze. Everything was froze for 1 week. I think that was that my last video? Yeah, and then like a week later, then they started allowing people to put likes, and they started registering people that watch the video. I'm not sure what it is right now. I think it's just 136 views, but it had 235 views after 1.5 hours. So that's how they're doing things on YouTube. I think I might have even mentioned in that video, about the censorship, but that's I guess a different type of censorship. I don't really know why they do this stuff. Well, I can speculate, but I'm actually not settled in. I'm living in Minsk yet right now, but everything is really messed up. I should do a little video about my apartment and show you what it looks like right now. I can't even find paper really yet to write on. I know I have a pen. Luckily I found a clean pair of underwear so I could bathe after 3 days, doing the moving and all that. So, but anyway, again, subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for joining me, and I'll see you for the next one. Maybe it'll be even today, I don't know. There's not a lot I can do. Have to wait for workers to come and do things, put the doors in on my apartment. Well, I'll talk about that when I show the apartment. Anyway, again, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.